of the forge where the embers glow. Emphyr searches high and low for the steel that sings like a blade of fire. He'll face the dark and never tire. The cost, the weight he bears through endless nights and battle stares. Each strike of the hammer, each swing of the blade. The journey is long, but he's unafraid. Through the ash and smoke, the flames grow higher. He won't back down and forge his desire. Steel in his heart and fire in his eyes. He'll rise above, he'll touch the sky. Steel in the fire, forged in the night. A hero's path, a warrior's fight. He'll seek the power in the iron's call. Through the flames he'll conquer all. For every battle, for every test, he'll find the strength, he'll give his best. With the heat of the forge and the clash of steel, he'll shape his fate, he'll make it real. Echoes of war, the cries in the air. He's forged in the struggle, he's learned to dare. In the shadows of mountains, the caverns deep, he hunts for the ore that never sleeps. The stars above and the earth below guide him onward as the embers glow. With every blow, with every flame, he carves his legend and earns his...
Hello, and welcome to another live episode of Pax Dei, The Search for Steel, starring Emphyr. I stopped it on the confirmation screen so everybody can take into know where I am in the world. So we're at 13,000 or 330,062 on our build. I'm in Emphyr, US East, Nyx RP, which is role-playing Mary and Gale. So that's where I am. You can have up to 6 characters, by the way. I'm only using 1. And I have not signed in my Discord yet. So you hit enter and it should shift into the game. Every once in a while, it doesn't go in. So it might be a server issue. It might be a me issue. I haven't really determined. Yesterday, we did fall short on our dropped frames. So I think yesterday's episode got cut short by about 20 or 30 minutes. So if you do end up going the entire episode, you'll see that it cut off at a certain point. So my apologies there. And I thought I heard somebody chopping a tree already. Yep, somebody's running down the path. All right, so basically what I have to do is I'm going to have to find rosemary. We're going to go try to find steel tonight, at least the pure iron ore deposit. That does 61 health, 21 stamina, and that one does 30 health, 30 stamina. My stamina will go down, but my health goes up, so it's more of a combat. Interesting. Combat food. If I had any more rosemary, I could make the other stuff. Alright, so with all that said, I need to put this away because I can't carry it. Oh, wait, before I do that, I can eat these and grab... I need to find more stew and elderberry. I'll carry that around, but I'm not really sure I'll be using that many. But since I'm searching, more than likely I'll be doing a lot of fighting tonight. So let's keep that in mind. Here's my food and drink. I don't need to do that. I need to put my wood away. I can't say enough that keep everything organized, otherwise you're going to be really hurting in the future games, especially when you get a ton of stuff. Oh, wrong one. It says drink, but I'm gonna put food and drink in there. There we go. Not that one. I did it to myself again. That one. This one is 26 and 26 because I'm gonna lose 4 on each. Anyway, no worries. Let's get the armor on. And today I will be... Alright, so I've been up in this area here. And I couldn't find anything. I couldn't penetrate this area up here. It's too difficult. The only other place I can look for this is maybe over here. It's got to be in this Stonelands area. I'm not sure. Because I'm looking for pure iron. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ask Grok. See if Grok knows. Let's see. Where can I find pure iron ore in Pax Dei outside YMS? I bet you it won't have an idea. Says pure iron ore can be found in the northwest section of Iniscalia. I don't think I have Iniscalia. I'm not on that. Let's see. See if the I asked it. I'm in the Mary map, so all right. So it's saying particularly around the edges of the map or in biomes that resemble lands of stone. Occasionally, pure iron can be obtained by defeating humanoid NPCs. So engaging combat might yield some. Well, yeah, and that's true. That I have verified. Let's see. I guess if I go toward the Mary, let me go to the Mary Wildlands and try to go east, and I'll check out. Yeah. Oh, here we go. I'll go down to this one and this one and see what I can do. Man, that's going to be one heck of a travel time. 5, 6, 7. Take those. That goes there. You got to wear my other armor. I'll take one of those and one of those. Oh, that goes there. Move that there. Move that over there. Put on everything. There we go. Shoes, pants, headgear. I'll bring another. I don't think I'll be chopping trees down, so I won't do those. There's my bow. And let's see if I have another spear somewhere. Yeah, let me see if I have. I should have. My home row here. How about speed? Here we go. I should have. Gosh, I have a lot of spears. Novice is. I think I have novice hand spear. That's what I was looking for. Let's grab 2 of those. And I'll throw 1 in there. Keep 1 down here. See if I can't repair that shield. And I'm not. Alright, so I need to make a shield real quick. I don't have enough for that. Wrought iron spike, short fine wood, wrought iron shield, iron nails. So I need iron nails. Which I know I have somewhat. Iron nails. Is it iron shield or wrought iron shield? Jeez. I don't remember. Wrought iron sheets. So I need to put these back. Nope, not those. Wrought iron sheets. So I need wrought iron sheets. I should just take a note of everything because I'm telling you, my memory sucks. Short fine wood stock, iron spikes, wrought iron spikes, and wrought iron sheets. I know I have short stock somewhere. And short. Is that long? Can I just take long? I'll do here in a second. Fine, short. Short, fine. These are long. So I might have some short. Oh, over here. In the archery area, maybe. Well, fine. As a matter of fact, while I'm here, I will top off my arrows. Looks like I'm gonna have to make some. Not a big deal. I should have the wood somewhere in here. Oh, we have short. There it is. Short fine. Plenty. 50 should be getting me at least 2. I need wrought iron sheets and wrought iron spikes. Take 2 of those. Wrought iron sheets. I'll make 10 of these. And we were going to talk about stuff tonight. I gotta remember what I put in the description. Let's see. Here it is. Game balance. Of course, we're going to continue. All right, so let's go with game balance real quick. Because game balance, and this is one of the reasons why I have to do what I'm doing. We used to have a conversion that allows me to convert from iron ore into pure iron ore. The ratio wasn't good, but it was acceptable so long as I didn't have to go into the PvP area. In doing so, they balanced the game a bit, meaning you didn't play the game solely for. Right? They didn't have to. You didn't have to play the game to PvP. Like if you really want to go avoid PvP, it cost you time for sure, and money. Yes, money meaning time and materials. But I'm okay with that. I need wrought iron bars. Okay, I'll do 10. So, in essence, balancing the game, right? Game design in and of itself should especially let me start it this way. Game designs, they're gonna differ, right? Depending on what you're actually designing, right? What type of world you're designing. In this case, they are trying to they're trying to craft a game or design a game that's open world. When you do an open world game, excuse me, I'm drinking my non-sponsored video of Zevia, the stevia-based zero-calorie soft drink with no sugar. It's pretty awesome. Anyway, so it'll every once in a while I'll pause and quench my thirst. Anyway, so when you're talking about an open world, you really want to balance it. And one of the things you can balance it as, and it's very important, that devs understand this as well as designers. You might have something in your mind that you want to do. And you're like, this is the best thing since sliced bread. I'm going to do this very thing, right? When you determine what the players are doing, that takes away from the game. When you decide to maneuver the players into a certain aspect of the game, you've just taken away from the open world aspect of the game. That is detrimental. I don't think that is right. I don't think that should be encouraged. For example, the devs probably didn't or wouldn't think that certain people would do certain things with the buildings of their house. That's great. That's fine. That instills creativity. So in doing or in working with that, or not working with that, right? More to the point, you're not working with that because you want the players to be to do a little bit more free navigation, meaning that the navigation for the players shouldn't be as guided or directed. Excuse me, not as directed. Okay, so I want to go down this. Yeah, so I want to go across that bridge. Okay. So the easiest way there, go this way. And I have everything. Yeah, I should have everything. So when you're designing an open world game, you don't want to. What you don't want to do is force your players down a certain or a particular path or a particular way to do things. You should give them open options. In the first universe, the developers did that, meaning the last world, what happened was the players were able to not go to the PvP area, which was great for iron. It took a long time to get the pure iron or to take the iron ore, craft the pure iron ore, or basically smelt it down, taking some loss, right? And then crafting from the pure iron ore the steel. And I thought that was brilliant. I was like, yeah, this is exactly the way we want the game. In the second iteration of the universe, it doesn't look like they did that. So I got to figure out if that was intentional or just an oversight. I think it was an oversight because why change the game that dramatically? It doesn't make sense to change it that dramatically. So hopefully I can find pure iron ore, gold, and silver, by the way, because those are two other materials I really haven't found in the other game. But I have a feeling that the devs, again, these are, when you're developing a game, you want certain conditions, and if you're going for a mythological realism that the game is currently going or striving for, silver should be used on mythical creatures, right? So, for example, if I'm going after ghosts or mythical beings, silver should be the antithesis for those beings, right? That's what I'm guessing. I gotta get more silver to actually understand the if the devs took it that far or the developers of the game. So when you're designing the game, depending on what you're doing, and you might want to guide the players in a certain direction. But I'm end of story. If you're in an open world and you want people to have fun, create the canvas, create the mechanisms within that canvas, and let them have fun. If you didn't intend something to happen, okay. If the players were smart enough to figure it out, give them credit, let them do it. What you don't want to do is continually deride the players and force them down a path, especially in an open world. It doesn't make sense. Open world is, by definition, a world where players should be able to provide their own path or to determine their own path, right? Oh, wow. I'm still running. I'm using a little invention that the devs still haven't fixed, and I'm glad they haven't, because I like running to my next destination. It's like a little fast travel, but it's not near as fast as you'd want it to be. But it is running, so I'm okay with that. I think there should be some monsters down here somewhere, or at least wildlife. So open world, definitely. If role-playing games are hard right now, they're difficult because, like, Baldur's Gate was amazing. The voice actors were amazing. The writing was amazing. And the amount of options provided, although limited, was far surpassing any of the previous RPGs. So well done. Hats off. Not an open world, by the way. Close, but definitely not an open world. You had a lot more decisions that you could make, which I thought was brilliant, but it wasn't necessarily an open world, right? It was close to being open world. Definitely not open world, though. All right, so I just want to pass these guys. If I can continue to run, that would be awesome. Let's see if these guys will actually key on me being this close to them. Nope. There is something I don't want to deal with right now. Oh, I didn't even notice my stamina was actually being... Ah, darn it. Get some skinning done. I can throw that away. Where am I going? Basically, I want to go straight. Meet up with that road. Did I just... One of those. Alright, let's see. I think I'm going to meet up with that road over there, huh? Sort of. So, open world. if you're designing a game, know what you want it to be, and it can't be everything. That's why the best part of an open world is just to craft the open world and provide building blocks and let the players go wild. Essentially, you're creating the physics, right, or the building blocks of the world, and allowing the players to do whatever they want. Do whatever they want, and that's all right. That's, I think, the perfect plan to that is very much that. Hold on. I just realized that you might not be able to hear the background just yet. All right, and then I can get this a little bit closer. There we go. And of course, I have not checked out if my monitor is... Yeah, I have to turn on my monitor, and of course, it interrupts my own speech. I don't know how people can do that, but hey, more power to you, those who can listen to themselves and talk at the same time. I cannot. Looks like I'll be making a southern turn soon. Am I going down that road? No, not that road. I want to continue left and probably swim across. So, see if I can run more. Yeah, I hate that sound. I really hope the devs actually fix that. All right. So, can anybody comment on, or is anybody a game developer, or wants to be a game developer? And by the way, I agree with Thor on this from Pirate Software. If you're developing a game right now, you're a game developer. You don't have to have any special caveat. Oh, yeah, I thought that would happen. Every once in a while, it'll kick you out as you go across the border. So that's all right. That's all right. It's early access. We're okay with that. We are okay with that. And then right now it's going through the easy anti-cheat, trying to synchronize that. It's funny because my broadcast KBPSs just skyrocket without the actual. No, I'm going to turn this down for now because it's going to be loud. And let me do this while we're doing it. Let's see, I'm in my armor. What does Pax Dei Latin? So Pax Dei means peace of God. So that's kind of actually cool. Latin translating to peace of God. There we go. Right where I left off. Wow, somebody's building something on there. That's pretty impressive. You see that? That is really impressive. Getting hung up a little bit. I wonder how many people are in this side of the map. That is really impressive. They did a really good job on that. Very cool. That's got to be built by a clan because that thing is huge. That is huge. My land's not even close to being as many as 4 people or 5 people can craft create in this single area. Very cool. It looks like I have to go this way across the river. Should be a bridge somewhere up here. Again, you gotta watch for food. And I thought there would be. There it is. I thought there was a bridge across. There's a lot of players here. Either that or the devs are creating a city, which is kind of cool. Very cool. And it looks like I'm gonna go up. Just continue straight. All right. So open world game development. So I think with the advent of AI as your assistant, especially, anybody can be a game developer. However, let's integrate AI into RPGs or even open world NPCs. If you craft an AI or allow an AI to, that's interesting. If you were to craft an AI to manage your NPCs, then you wouldn't have to come up with the responses for the NPC. You just have to give them the motivations, what information they would give up on what type of role or what type of conversation, or if you're friendly or not, and it could keep track of all that. Man, that would be amazing. I think we're there, honestly. That is a really big area. But I really think we're there. We just have to be able to do it. Maybe that's maybe that's my next project. Craft a AI based game that the NPCs are actually or seemingly as you the MMO players are talking with them. You create friendships. You craft or the relationships are determined by how you treat the NPCs. And once an NPC is gone or killed, they are maybe they have families, right? Maybe that's part of their backstory. That would be really cool. That would be really cool. Let me think of how to do that. But your design has to be scripted out, meaning you have to make a statement of work. And then you don't want to build it all at once because you'll never release the game. As many artists believe, their picture is never perfect. Therefore, they'll never put it out. And then because they don't think it's perfect and they'll never put it out, they never put it out, right? It's I think guy's still trying to get me. Oh, he got me. All right, fine. I'll run away. There. Think if this is the way I want to go. Let me go up to here. This puts me at the forest. Really spooky forest that people can build in, which is wicked to me, but that's cool. All right, so I'm right here, and I want to go Do I want to go down this path? If I go down this path, now I want to go down the other path. So I want to go toward here. I want to go toward these stone lands here. All right, so we turn around. There should be a road to the right. So let's see if there's a road to the right. The maps do make it better. I'm getting a little lag here. All right, so that road to the right is what I want to take. Yeah, and then I might be able to hop over to the other road. Might not have to go all the way to the Resurrection Stone. So let me know in the comments what you think about deving a game, writing up something before you start the game. I highly advise that, by the way. That's not a definitely something that I think you should do. Because it gives you at least a direction to go, and it's worth it. 100% worth it. Am I going up the right road now? Yeah, I'm going up the right road. Okay. These woods are crazy. They don't look like anything I need to go get. They look like tin. Of course they're tin, because everything's tin. And honestly, I really don't think I'm close enough for any iron. Oh man. Just had to take the time. I don't, whatever. Let's try something real quick. Yep, you can run them up. All right. Is that a player's house? Wow, that is cool. They did a good job on that. Very cool. I'm really just gonna get to the top and go straight. I don't know. Hold on, let me. Speaking of plotting your course out, I want to get to there, so I go over here, and then I just go across. Okay, so let's follow this road a little bit. I hate when my fingers are off the keys just a little bit. Well, that brings us into our next topic, actually, game design. Tabletop role-playing games are some of the coolest role-playing games that you can run. Um, definitely. Oh, here I am. So I want to go straight. Let's see what this works. I'm going straight. Yeah, I can go straight. If I go straight, yeah, just keep going straight. Let's see if I can do that. I might have to come back to the road because the terrain might be a little bit more rocky and craggy than just allowing me to go straight. That's all right though. We'll figure it out. Ooh, that was a lag. I don't want it lagging when I make a mistake, that's for sure. All right, looks like I'm going to have to. Yeah, there's no way up that. So I'm gonna have to go back to the road. That's fine. That's fine. So role-playing games. we enjoy them on like MMOs. This is a role playing server, so I when I do meet people, I role play based off of Emphyrs abilities and using the terms and everything. I like doing that because it brings me into a persona that I wouldn't necessarily use, you know, otherwise. And it is very cool to don your armor every once in a while because you don't want to wear it all the time, right? All right, let's see. I have to start heading. I know that forest. I can't get through that forest. That's the forest I have to get through. Awesome. See if I have to go back down to the road. Looks like I'm going to have to back down to the road. So this just didn't work out for me. Part of the adventure, right? So as a dungeon master or a game master, you want to do the same thing as you're developing a game for the computer, honestly. The computer is a little bit more um, how should I say it? I don't want to say tech. It's more back end, front end type of stuff. You have to know what you want to take care of when you want to take care of it, etc. On the on a role playing game, you really just have to know the rules, right? And then craft the story. Am I like totally in the wrong area? Yeah, I gotta go all the way back, huh? Man, it kind of sucks. I really want to be able to climb. If you have climbing gear, that would be kind of cool in here. Might as well get target practice in a rabbit, right? Not that I need it. This looks like Dog True. So as a game master, especially, what you want to do is you want to sit down with your players to find out what kind of world they want, right? Not only what world, well, the world isn't exactly what they want. You want to know what they want to play, what kind of story they want to be involved in, right? That's the big thing. Because if players want to be in a certain type of story, right? They don't want to be in the world. They wouldn't be a part of the story. They want to be the hero or heroes in that story, right? And that's a true statement. Who wouldn't want to play in a heroic tale? Otherwise, it's just life, and at the end, it's more like just asking people to make sure their day went well. It's kind of weird. But as you come to it, and as a group, you want to decide. There are some people who will challenge the norms. We talked about norms last night, but we definitely don't want them to run the campaign. Meaning, they might want like this character that is totally not a hero, but they want to be part of the campaign. And it's like, well, if you're not a hero, I'm sorry to say that you know everybody else wants a hero campaign, so they're going to have those type of characters. Meaning, maybe they're all good. Maybe one might be there's no evil characters normally. There are special circumstances. However, it's between the DM and that person, and that you can't, as a DM, you or a GM, right, game master, you need to have everybody feel that they're a part of the story. You can't just have one person as the main character because that makes everybody else a side character. Nobody wants to be a side character. Why would I want to be a side character? Makes sense. If I'm there to craft a campaign and be part of the solution within the world, after that session, and I would make it an entire session. Let's make characters together. Let's complement each other, right? That's how I would work it. That's how I would try to tell the characters, what type of game they wish to craft, and the characters is some might want to be brother and sister, or maybe there's a married couple, which is kind of cool, right? So you ask these questions that make this story more interesting. Make sure that they have good backgrounds. Why? Because as a GM, you can use the background. And what we're talking about, this could be a D&D, Dungeons and Dragons. This could be Shadowrun. This could be Cyberpunk. This could be Pathfinder. The world, the rules, and the world creation is up to you and the players. That the rules are what you decide together and say, hey, we want to play Pathfinder. Why? Because the rules are best suited for the type of campaign we're playing. Or even if they're not, you can have a type of game where the rules are really there for you to resolve challenges within the world, right? And that's the best way to think about when you're designing a campaign for these players. Because after the first session, everybody has backgrounds, everybody has why people would be together. And if they're not together at the beginning, what's the best way to try to align everybody together, right? Because we have to ensure that the players are, as a GM, they're abiding by the rules or the world, right? And the challenges that are going to come up are going to be based off of what everybody comes up with, but also what the GM's story is. And it's okay to give you, the players a little bit of story unless they want to be surprised, and not necessarily an entire story, just the beginning plot, right? In that first session, the GM is going to design or start designing the beginning of the story. How do I get these different people together, these different races, possibly dwarves, halflings, dark elves, whatever it is, right? How am I going to get them together and work together as a team? There's nothing worse than a game where you're basically pitted against each other for the entire game. It's stressful for everybody, and it just doesn't work out as far as the story. If you can't run or read a story, really? Oh, come on. That was Now you're just playing with me. There is no way I'm missing this. That one, I agree. That one did not miss. I'm sorry. That was weird. That one I knew messed there, but that was crazy. I was gonna say now I can't pick them up. I can't even see the deer. Oh, there he is. There we go. Wow, he really set up a interesting. A wave. He set up right on a bad area. Honestly. There we go. All right. Yeah, this is a prefaced area that is just not good. If I remember this, I entered the forest just a little bit and I couldn't even take the first floor because it was poisonous. Let's see what happens here. And you reset your hit points. So game design. So it's a collaborative storytelling. Ah, crap. Man, he is tough. I might be able to win. That was way too difficult. The heck? See what I can throw out here. I don't need that. Don't need that. That. Don't need that. I'm gonna pick some up. I'm gonna pick up the animal hide. What the heck, man? That was rough. I shouldn't have been that overwhelmed. I'll walk through this part first. This actually might be better if I came at night. That one threw me. Where were we on the conversation? Anybody in the chat? So let me know if you're a game master or even want to play. What is that? I think that's an actual beast. All right, let's go through here. What I would probably do is avoid anything I can and pick up materials that are wow. I'm listening, so I'm kind of not talking at the same time because I've never encountered a forest like this before where I have things. All right, I'm close to the stone. So hopefully I can make it to the stone. I hear it. I just don't see it. Let's get away from it just by a little bit. I gotta keep looking around. Okay, so that's just a badger. I'm okay with just badgers. I don't want to take my potions too quickly. What am I doing? This is a really well-groomed road for being where it is. All right, so I should be relatively safe here. There's actually somebody behind me or in front of me. Wow, I'm impressed. I don't see any PvP thing going on. Oh, there they are. I don't know what they're doing. Oop. What kind of war is that? It's an old boar. I'll try to take it. If it's anything else, thing looks big. I'll take it. Ah, gosh darn it. It's lots of old boar. Let's see if I can go this way. I'm literally just trying to get to this land of stone beyond this forest. And if I can, that will be wonderful. And I'm hoping we will get some pure iron ore out of it. That will drop everything for pure iron ore. I do not see anything. Doesn't mean there's nothing there. If I'm, yeah. Oh, there's a dire wolf. See if I can go around the dire wolf. Should be clearing up in here shortly. Now I have to worry about bears, I'm sure. There's the bear. Now that I don't have the smoke, I can run a little bit. Just a little bit. There's another bear. I see no signs of anything in this land of stone, which is not great. but I'm here. I made it. That's the important. It wasn't too bad to get here. A couple missed turns, but now I know exactly which paths to go and use. So I use those. And I don't see like any iron at all. Usually this is where you find the iron. Guy, I'm not finding any. Is that oh yeah. Be careful. You don't need that. You don't need that. More bone brains. Geez, how many bone brains? Let's grab some boot. Boot. Since I'm here, you know. Man, lots of bears. You want to hunt bears? This is where you come. I just don't see any type of iron at all. I was hoping for at least iron ore, right? 4. Any more ore. Oh boy, lots of ore. It's just down to there, so I need to split the difference. So if I can get one coming, that would hit me one more time. There we go. And like I said, if I'm gonna haul back hides, it's gonna be animal hides. Just as long as I don't lag, I'll be happy. So we're down to the first session. If you can convince everybody to do that. One of the biggest advantages to doing what I have proposed is that everybody's on the same page for the campaign, and the GM can then take the in between session to craft a little bit more personality or uh, uh, personal backstories, right? Into the into the into the campaign. There's something. I'm not so sure it's iron ore for sure, but what kind? I have no idea. Let's go take a look. I don't see anything that would be an immediate threat to you. So take out this. I think this is just iron. Man. Throw that. I don't need sand. I'm going to be all the way out here. I'm definitely going to pick some other stuff up. Just suck trying to get to every day. All right. So definitely iron ore. That's a bear. I wonder if Julie did the iron ore here. And that's what they were. This is their farm here. Wouldn't be bad because they are definitely secluded from anything else and everything else, technically. Nobody's gonna traverse that forest just for iron ore. Careful for bears. I don't see any bears. I looks like I can walk down here. Doesn't look like I can get down to that valley from here though. No, definitely iron though. Doesn't look like I can get down there from here though. Maybe? Make sure I'm up to snuff here. Nothing down that way. Oh no. That's what I thought. That sucks. Where am I? Am I closer? Me? Now I'm gonna have to swim across. Oh, that sucks. That's dickish. That is a long way. Might be able to swim across. Ah, man. Damn it. I gotta go get it too. Where am I? Go this way. And I am a dead man. All right, so I am here, so I can swim over to there. I have to get close enough to my body. I have to make a left sometime here. Doesn't look too bad. Here's the first dire wolf. We'll go around it. There's something. I have to stay away from those things. There's a road, which isn't necessarily safe. Crap. I'm dead. Yep. I am dead. I gotta keep like sprinting. I might be able to outrun them. That's where I have to go. Can you not? There we go. Awesome. All right, so there is no way I'm swimming across that with 50. Let's take a look. Let's take a look real quick. Definitely not going to make it, so I have to swim across there, which means I have to go around that thing. Let's see. I need to go around it. All right, I need to go around it a little bit here. I really want my stuff, and I'm teleporting back. That is it. All right. Now it's just a navigation thing. Staying out of things' way. All right, so I'm still heading in the right direction. Maybe. Gotta be careful. Get away from the dogs. Get away from that. Crap. I might be able to run. Ah, crap. That was it. Oh, this is a new one. Let's see if I got closer. I'm up there. Oh, that's actually closer. Hmm. Where do I go? Let's go across the river. Let's get away from this a little bit. Need to go the other way. Yep. See if this will work. Hopefully it's just animals. That would be wonderful. If I can avoid animals. I think I did 81 to me. That was not pleasant. Could find a mushroom of some sort as well. That would be awesome. Something to eat. Or a little nourishment would be amazing. All right, so now I go down this way. That's play. I was hoping it was like a food source. Limestone. I die here, I'll probably have to go just the long way. Alright, I need to go further south. Really wish I had a mushroom or something. Just to get my stamina up just a little bit would have been great. Slime, flint. Alright, so I am at the closest point. And hop, skip, and jump. Now, here we go. Let's hope. I don't know how I did that. Well, let's get as close as we can get. That's a bear. That's another bear. Almost at it. Let's try it. Oh, not that. It is T. Of course. Corpse in range, which means I have to go a little further. And then we do a summon corpse again. This is all self. There we go. Take all. There we go. All right. Wow, that was stressful. Give me a second. Now you've seen how to get your corpse back. How wonderful. That I had to show you that because of granite. It was granite. That's what I was looking at from that high altitude was granite. Any amount of money. Freaking granite. Rye, plenty of rye, some fennel. Alright, so this was not worth it. I don't have to worry about that one because it didn't pick up anything. Alright, so nothing in there. I didn't go that way yet. Let's head back for now. Get out of here. Let's see if they're talking on Discord as well once we get back. That was a horrible adventure. I actually died. The second time I expected. That was a no-brainer. That hurt a lot. The good news is I died close to a shrine that was actually closer to my body. So it actually worked out. So I was happy about that. All right, what am I looking for? I am looking for... What was I looking for? I forgot that quickly. Just like that. Just like that. Oh, Discord. That's what I was looking for. Let me stop here. After I get down this little incline. Let's see if I can... Can I run down? Yeah, actually I can run down. I won't have to jump down. Alright, alright. See, what was I looking for? I was looking for Discord. There we go. Let that load up. That's penny buns. Let's see if I can run down. Test that theory, right? Well, where I'm safe to gather my stuff, right? If I do die. Most of the time I die, I don't die from the hands of enemies, or the times I do die from the hands of enemies, it's because I'm running past them naked. But I usually die from my own fault. Oh well. Let's see. Oh, not that one. That one. I'm looking to see if they I'm not getting some of the issues. There's some issues with graphics and stuff, but I haven't had that issue. I wonder why. Interesting. I'm looking at some of the questions. What I'm looking for is here it is. Let's see if I can search for iron. Let's see. Wrought iron pickaxe 2. Interesting. Let's see. Let's get back to my my crafting. I'm looking at some of these comments and I'm trying to figure them out. Interesting. Anyway, all right, let's go back to the gaming stuff. And we can... And I think that's part of what the devs here are trying to produce is some lore so you can actually do some questing stuff, which will be interesting if they ever introduce NPCs. I think NPCs would be good for static positions, but not for every position. Meaning, I would like to see them provide the means for players to actually become smiths or alchemists or tailors, you know, and people come to them and say, hey, by the way, you know, I'll trade you this or this gold or whatever it happens to be, right? Am I heading the right way? Yeah, I'm still heading the right way. I am so far away from my home. But yeah, that would be kind of cool, and you would drive a player economy. Like if somebody had a really good tailor skill and people saw the tailor sign outside their house, they would go there and maybe have a book or some kind of chat message window to write down, hey, this is so-and-so. I'd like to talk to you about providing or making this shirt or this, you know, cape. Would you be able to do it? And if so, how much would it cost me? What type of materials you're looking for, or what type of gold, emeralds, whatever, right? And I think that would be amazing on a player economy. Forget the NPCs, because then if you really wanted people to advance in certain skills, don't introduce NPCs. Introduce the ability for people to buy stuff from you, right? It'd be a much, much better way of providing material, or much better way of skilling, I should say, because people would then be more apt to skill in or focus master one skill over another. But anyway, I'll take a look when I get back. That was one heck of an adventure tonight, and not exactly what I wanted to do, but at least I got my armor back. That's the important part. Getting this armor back was the most important part of the entire night. Because this armor is partly has to do with steel. And I don't have the skills right now or the steel to duplicate this armor, which would be awesome in a bad way. When we finally go to 1.0 and they launch the game, I'll be more relief than anything, because at that point, I'm hoping they have the game balanced enough that I wouldn't need to stress over it. I have one boar I have to take care of. There he is. Oh, really? Oh, I let him. Did you see that? I let him, and there we go. There he comes around the bush. Waiting. Pulling the trigger. There we go. I hate that noise so much. But I'm home, and home safe. Can't believe I fell that far. It's parkour. No, not as much as I thought. Alright, let's get the weapon repairs out of the way. Repair. Repair that. And I'll go up to the tailor because I have to repair my cloth cape. I haven't even checked these recently. Fine wool cloth cape. I can actually do that one. Now, let me take this armor off. And then we'll get into my normal attire. Oh, wait. I have a full complement, so let's just do this real quick. Oh. There we go. We'll just start putting stuff away. That's what I need to do. Lots of animal skins though. That's crazy. It's crazy. What else do I want to put away in here? Nothing. Wool goes upstairs. Well, now I can actually change into something. I don't need to be running around in this gear anymore. So let's throw these. There it goes. Nope, nope. That's what I want to do. There we go. I need to grab pants, shoes, this and this. So there we go. And then I can do that in there. Equipment. Take that off, take that off, take that off. Take that off, take that off. There we go. And take that off. Now I'm back to normal. Then I can put all this back in here. Wait, let me alter that. There we go. Shield. Alright, so all my armor pieces are there. I'll throw these in here. Okay. So let's talk about the second session of D&D. That's because I had Emphyr on. That's right. Like, where did I get that? I know where I got that. Up. There. That one. I just realized I need more clothing stuff. This clothing stuff is wool and bone fragments to make like cloth pins and such things like that. Over here. That goes there, and then the sand goes over here. I do like how I fashioned my house. It is pretty cool. Not there. Can I do that? Yeah, I can. Alright, cool. And then my sinew goes over here nearby. Alright, so let's see. We're at an hour and 34. Let's cut it here, and what I'll do is we'll finish up the gaming discussion tomorrow, meaning the actual tabletop role-playing stuff. But what I will definitely tell you is one of the things that you do want to do is get an AI or use a free one. I would use one that I was purchasing. Like I purchased ChatGPT. OpenAI is the actual. And then when I look at it, I'll go and I'll ask the questions. And this question will be, what is the first 5 steps of developing a good, a good computer game? What are good questions to ask myself? So when you do this in an AI, it's like I said, it's like bouncing something off. And in this case, it basically says what I said earlier. Creating a great computer game requires careful planning, creativity, and technical execution. The first 5 steps, because I only asked it for the first 5, of game development provide the foundation for success. Alongside each step, asking yourself the right questions to help guide you in the process effectively. This tool, an AI in general, is a tool. It's an assistant. For example, concept development. What it involves: brainstorming, defining the core idea or theme of your game, then identifying the unique selling point that sets your game apart, establishing the game's target audience and genre. These are all the second bullet, only if you really want to monetize. But if you're building your first game, I wouldn't worry so much about the monetization, but you still want to think about these things, because if you see all the MMORPGs, what does each bring uniquely to the market, right? And it's valid questions. But if you're not solely there to make money and you're there to just develop the game, then I would say, what's the unique aspect of the game that you want to design? Is it, for example, the one unique aspect that I came up with earlier was I want to integrate AI NPCs into my villages. So create a village, tell it create 25 AIs, have 25% of those married, have 10% traveling merchants, come up with backstories, who they're related to, who their relationships with, kind of craft that around the AI. So if you talk to the blacksmith, they might be dating the tavern owner, right? So that would be kind of cool, because if you're in the tavern and you're an adventurer and you say, hey, you start hitting on tavern owner, she could be like, no, Jake, the blacksmith is my, I'm dating him, right? Or her, whatever. But that's my unique hook. So keep that in mind as well. It could be anything. It could be a unique inventory management process. And the reason I bring this up is AAA games are looking for ideas, right? And if you are positioned uniquely in a and having a unique whatever, right? Then you'll more than likely be approached, right? You would be approached, especially if they want to use the mechanism or the tool that you've created. They might modify the tool, but they definitely want to buy the rights, for example. So that's kind of cool, right? That would be kind of, I would say that's a whole nother discussion, entering in contract negotiations for your IP, right? Intellectual property. Questions to ask yourself: what are the core idea or theme of the game? What makes the game unique compared to others in the same genre? Who is my target audience and what do they enjoy? I would say I'd put that first. Who's my target audience and what do they enjoy? What emotions or experiences do I want the players to feel? Do you want a dark realm like Dark Souls? Or do you want it a little bit more light? Well, and here's a perfect example of the one we're playing. Pax Dei has definitely different aspects to it, right? Interesting. Oh, limestone and Nesis. Oh, okay, interesting. All right. Anyway, but you get my point, I think. looking for anything out of the ordinary. Something that I might not have seen before. What I can do, I can also do this. I think I put my, yeah, crafting. I got all of these. I got that. Basic forge, stone anvil, nothing out of the ordinary, so they didn't add anything. We got the luminous. I got all these. Got the charcuterie bench. Got my baking stuff. Winemaking and brewing. Winemaking and done. Alright, so yeah, I really don't have anything that's out of the ordinary. I don't know what we're talking about. So my plots. This is all the different things I can build based off of things I can craft. Okay. Alright. Well, I got nothing yet. That's alright. Okay, so I stopped at how will this game be fun, engaging, or challenging? These are questions to ask yourself. One thing you don't want to do is make a game too challenging. Dark Souls being a prime example. It's frustrating. Getting good just to not be able to save something, save progress, I couldn't do it myself. Let's see. Game design document. This is a GDD. What it involves: creating a detailed blueprint for the game, including gameplay, mechanics, storylines, characters, and environments. Outlining technical requirements and platforms. Is it PC, console, mobile? Questions to ask yourself. What are the core mechanics? Combat, puzzles, exploration. What is the overarching story or goal of the game? What are the player controls and interactions like? Which platforms will I develop for, and are there any technical constraints? What kind of art style or tone will the games have? And then, of course, you prototype. What it involves: building a simple, functional version of the game to test core mechanics and gameplay, identifying and addressing potential changes early in development. And then you ask yourself for prototyping, what are the most critical gameplay features to prototype first? So mine would be the AI village, right? How can I test to see if the mechanics are fun and intuitive? What tools or game engines, Unity, Unreal Engine, will I use for prototyping? How will I gather feedback on the prototype from the testers? What limitations or challenges need addressing before full development? So in this case, you could almost treat game development as a research, initial research, and then once you get the backing or the move forward okay from your feedback mechanisms, then you move forward with a full development suite. So you might be doing research justifications. Am I justified in moving forward and spending the money? Because either way, even if you're an independent game designer, I want you to know that your time is valuable. You are the developer, you are the designer, you are pretty much everything. So use your management skills, your program management, project management skills to get, if you want this to get off the ground in 6 months, maybe you do a collaboration in GitHub and try to get people to code for you, but you'll have to give them a document to say this is what the code has to look like, this is the way the comments have to look like in the code, And this is where you store the code. So when we compile it, we'll be able to identify everything. And if you're not able to contribute any further, then the person coming after you can read the code and the comments and be able to take your great code and make it or change it to evolve the game. So when you're planning, you're looking at creating a roadmap for development, include milestones, tasks, deadlines, assembling a team if necessary, or identifying resources you'll need, budgeting for development, costs, tools, marketing. Then the questions you ask yourself: what is the timeline for developing the game? Give yourself a timeline. If you do not give yourself a timeline, you will spend eternity on the game and never release it. Give yourself a year, but make your goals realistic. This is true in life, in your personal life as well. You don't want to, let me say it differently. When the first of the year comes along, everybody has these resolutions. Well, resolutions are good to a point. They have to be realistic. I want to lose 200 pounds. Be realistic. In a year, possibly, depending on how, but you have to do it healthily, right? So do your research. Make sure you hit the ground with as much information as possible. Therefore, you have the knowledge and expectations. Set your expectations. A more reasonable goal might be 30 pounds, but you'll have to, even that, you'd have to revamp your diet completely, which is okay. It's possible. It's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is having goals or resolutions is a trick of the mind. It's giving you the opportunity to set the goals for the next coming year. I say trick the mind. It's prepping the mind. And in prepping the mind, you have a better chance of achieving those goals because you actually have goals. Otherwise, you could set a goal in March and say, oh, I got to have it done by April, when you could have set it in January to get it done by April. Keep those expectations in gaming development as well as in your real life. Keep them achievable. Don't set them too low. You'll get, and it's okay to make mistakes. Like, oh, I set that bar way too high, or oh, I achieved that in 2 weeks. That's okay. They're good. Failure teaches you to adjust. When you adjust your goals, you'll be able to fine tune what you are capable of doing within the time frame that you have assigned to yourself, and actually craft a time frame that's logical, reasonable for your schedule. Remember, I do not have any illusions that all of us have daytime jobs or jobs that will interfere with our pursuit of anything outside those jobs. That's okay. You know your job, you know your job requirements. The job is your financing to get what you need done or what you want done. We'll talk more about that in future podcasts. But ultimately, let's go back to software development. So what are your resources? What is my budget? How will I fund development? How will I prioritize features for the first release? What is the potential risks that could delay development? How can I mitigate? And then 5, early art and asset development. What it involved. Designing early versions of characters, environments, and other visual assets. I want to really make this point. A box moving on the screen is good enough for initial development. What you want to do is build the code around that box that allows you to craft or mold that box into what you see even in front of you today. Right? This moving character did not just generate from commands because they were like, you know what, I'm going to do this. This character, movements, everything was provided probably a very basic graphic outline of a human, right? So keep that in mind as you're going through these things. what tools or software will I use for creating assets? What will I create assets in-house or outsource them, like music or 3D models? A lot of this stuff you can do in-house today for very limited amounts of money. Like, for example, I have Suno AI, and I also have a couple AI programs that I pay for. Those AI programs are crafting pictures, which I could use for storyboard art. I can also use the music side of Suno to create melodies and instrumentals and all kinds of stuff, right? And there's AIs out there to create sound effects, so you don't have to buy them. So keep all that in mind. You can really do this as a one-person show, but understand that your timeline is going to start to move out because you're a one-person show. All right, what else do we got? We're coming up at the end of the podcast here. How can the visuals enhance gameplay and storytelling? One of the things that this doesn't, here it is. What is the minimum viable quality for assets to start the test? That can be outlined, it doesn't matter. One of the things that you do want to do is you want to know, you have to have mechanisms for feedback and iteration, right? Have to. Then you have to have scalable, with scalability. Is the game going to be, can I expand it or enhance it post-launch? Or am I going to have different versionings, updates, DLCs, etc.? Marketing strategy. Think about how you'll market the game during and after development. One of the other things that I can't believe that the AI didn't bring in is what's the minimum requirements for the game, because if you do market research, I can guarantee. Well, I can't guarantee it, but I'm going to bet you. Here, what is the average U.S. computer owners GPU? Let's see if it'll answer that question. I bet you it will, because, like I said, ChatGPT is connected to the web, so it's actually got a little bit. Grok probably will mimic this. So let's pit one over the other. I think I locked up my computer. Oh, here it goes. All right, so I asked it, what is the average U.S. computer owner's GPU? It said, as of September 23rd, 2023, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 has become the most widely used graphics card among PC gamers. Steam Hardware Survey said it. Approximately 6.27 of the users' systems, surpassing the previous leader by GTX 1650, which holds about 4.7%. So basically, you are looking at a 3060 as the minimum. So, well, a good portion of your market. So if I did that in Grok, let's see what Grok says. The Grok is saying the 3060 by the same Steam Hardware Survey. The RX 6600 XT, and 3060 again. So you're looking at the 3000 series or the 6000 series on the NVIDIA or the AMD side. So keep that in mind as you do research. Use the AI. I just use the AI to give me. I probably would do 2090. That would probably be my basement, where I'd want to be able to do at least the base level graphics in 4090, giving me the highest level graphics I could possibly do. By the way, you're seeing this on the 3070 Ti, by the way, just FYI. Okay, with that said, let's do some housekeeping and we'll call it a night. There we go. All right. Let's call it a night. all the way upstairs. We'll have some fun. I like my S stairs. There we go. And it's nighttime, so you're gonna get a nice little, there it is, little moonshot. There you go. All right. With that said, let's call it. I will be, well, I may be on tomorrow. I have a travel day. I need to travel. I will, if I miss tomorrow, the next day I'll be Friday. So 25 days until, or 24 days until Christmas here in the United States and around the world, technically, for those of us who celebrate it. With all that said, let's any comments or chat, please put them in. Again, I will look at the comments. Hit the like if you like my content. Hit the subscribe if you like it so much you really want to know when I'm getting online. Hit that notification bell. I will always post on X. I do have my X and LinkedIn in the description, so please go over to LinkedIn. I'm more of a business mind over there with leaders and leadership management and AI discussions. Join the conversation over there, or join the conversation in the comments, or over there on X. With all that said, let's keep everybody safe, and be safe, everyone.
With every step, a lesson learned. From fire's heat to the fields I've turned. The blade and bow, the forge and flame. I sharpen my skills, I play the game. Each day brings a challenge I must face. I train my hands with careful grace. From alchemy's art to the hunter's way, I'll find the strength to seize the day. I carve my path, I walk the line, in the shadow of the ancient sign. Through trial and toil, I'll find my way, learning more with each passing day. The skill of survival, the will to thrive, in a world where the strong survive. I face the night, I'll take the chance. I'm ready to fight, to learn to dance. For every strike and every fall, I'm building my strength, I'm standing tall. In the heart of the wild and the calm of the night, I gather my skills, I'm ready to fight. From the herbs I find to the iron I mold, each lesson learned is a story told. The stars above, they guide my hand. As I hold my craft, I take my stand. In the quiet woods, in the mountains chill, I push myself, I shape my will. With each new tool and every lore, I'm stronger now than I was before. I carve my path, I walk the line, in the shadow of the ancient sign. Through trial and toil, I'll find my way, learning more with each passing day. The skill of survival, the will to thrive, in a world where the strong survive. I face the night, I'll take the chance. I'm ready to fight, to learn to dance. For every strike and every fall, I'm building my strength, I'm standing tall. In the heart of the wild and the calm of the night, I gather my skills, I'm ready to fight. The road is long, but I won't turn back. The lessons I learned keep me on track. With each new skill, the stronger I grow. In the face of the storm, I let my courage show. I've tasted defeat, I felt the sting, but I rise again with each new spring. For knowledge is power, and wisdom the key. I'm forging my path, I'm breaking free. The skill of survival, the will to thrive. In a world where the strong survive, I'll face the night, I'll take the chance. I'm ready to fight, to learn to dance. For every strike and every fall, I'm building my strength, I'm standing tall. In the heart of the wild and the calm of the night, I gather my skills, I'm ready to fight.